I'm going to tell you about the worst client I ever had. It involves Photoshop, Botox, and boobs. And the reason this client was the actual worst was because I didn't have one process installed in my business. And I'm going to share that with you today. Let's do it. This is how you eliminate scope creep for good. If you are a creative business owner and you have been around for a little while, you would have experienced the horror, the pain, the agony that is scope creep. Now, scope creep essentially just means that slowly but surely, the project moves outside of the original scope. The original agreed upon, like, this is what we said we were going to do. This is what I've charged based on that. These are the expectations, and it moves outside of that. Now, every creative business owner has experienced scope creep, and I'm going to show you the solution to scope creep to stop it forever, okay? So there are 3 important phases. Now, I call this the forever client framework. This is not only how you onboard your clients really well, but it's how you set up your clients to work with you forever. Now, in this episode, I'm going to share the 3 phases. I'm going to give you some really simple strategies, and I'm also going to give you a swipe file that has some of my secret little hacks to stop scope creep before it happens, to onboard your clients really well, just some simple emails that you should be sending, and some other secret things too. So let's dive in. The reason I think we experience scope creep is mostly because we haven't set expectations. And I think it was Chris Williamson who said that unspoken expectations lead to future resentments. I'm sure I've butchered that actual quote, but that's kind of the general vibe. What happens is when we don't set clear expectations, it leads to resentment. That happens just in life, right? In relationships, in your family. If we don't set expectations, we are actually setting ourselves up for future resentment. And it's the same with your clients. So what we want to do is we want to set expectations from day one. And that, as a creative who's like, I don't want to, be too intense, or I'm a bit of a people pleaser, or I want to be nice, that can be really challenging. But I want to really remind you that this is your business. You get to play it by your rules. Really important that you set up a business that you want to be in long term. If you keep letting clients walk all over you, if you keep neglecting your boundaries, if you keep getting pushed around or letting the people pleaser run the show, then you are not going to enjoy your business, and it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for your clients. It's not going to be good for any of your relationships. It's going to be bad, okay? Just trust me on this as someone who has been there. So the reason I'm so passionate about helping clients through scope creep and onboarding issues is because when I ran my agency, this was my biggest pain point. I didn't set clear expectations. I was really good at the marketing and the selling, and I was really good at the actual delivery, but I missed this important step that was onboarding. And it caused me so much pain. Now, I remember so clearly, it was a Friday afternoon. It was in COVID, so everything was a little stressful. And we were working on this website for this new business. So we took on this client. We were like, cool, we're going to do your marketing strategy. We're going to do your website. And it's going to be beautiful. Anyway, we'd done the strategy. We'd done the website. They'd approved the concept. We were fully into build stage by this point. And so we'd built the website. We delivered the final website to them and said it was a carbon copy of the concept that they'd approved. Anyway, I get this message saying, hey, Laura, can we have a quick chat? Now, at Friday afternoon at 4 p.m., a quick chat, not good. And so I was like, okay, sure, let's have a quick chat. That's fine. Anyway, I get on the call. A quick chat turns into an hour tirade about how much they hated the website that we built. And I was really confused because I was like, well, it's identical to, it could not be, there's not a single difference between the original thing you approved and this. I'm so confused. Anyway, not only did they not approve the concept, and it was such a pain to deal with, we had also gone over and above. So we'd also undercharged, over-delivered. And so because they were they did cosmetic injectables, but they also did plastic surgery. My designer, who was designing their website, spent hours photoshopping out the nipples from boobs because they were doing the before and after pics of boob job. Anyway, so I was like, not only were they complaining and saying it wasn't what they wanted when I was like, it's exactly the same as what you literally approved. I have email from you saying all approved, it looks amazing. Not only is that, but we've also gone over and above and not charged you anything for those extra things. And so I started to get really anxious and I was like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Anyway, I realized in that moment, this is a me problem. This is not a them problem. Yes, they're handling it in a kind of annoying way, but this is actually a me problem because I hadn't set expectations. I hadn't been clear on this is the scope. So this is what you've paid for. And this is exactly how it's going to work. This is how the approval process works. This is like, I hadn't actually mapped all of that out. And so I could be angry at them, but actually it was a me problem because I hadn't onboarded them correctly. I hadn't actually onboarded them properly at all. And so that was a really painful way for me to learn this lesson. So I say this, all of this around the onboarding as someone who knows what it's like to have clients push your boundaries and to feel the pain of not having set expectations. And so now when we onboard clients, I am so clear on the expectations. I surprise myself at how clear and firm I am on my expectations and my boundaries because it just is going to be way less painful if we're just upfront from the beginning. And so I help a lot of my clients through this process, a lot of agency owners, designers, photographers through this process as well, because I want them to be able to have a really epic relationship with their clients, to be able to just show up and shine and do their work without worrying, oh my gosh, like, is this going to be outside of scope? Is this going to be like, are we going to have a tough conversation? Like you can just kind of relax in it once you have set expectations. So I'm going to talk you through the 3 stages of onboarding really quickly. So it kind of looks like this. We've got 3 core stages. Stage number 1 is activate. Now, the big goal here is that we want them to feel like they've made the right decision. So what happens after someone makes a purchase? They immediately start thinking, oh, have I done the right thing? They go into this really vulnerable state where they start thinking, oh, maybe I've made the wrong call here. So right away, we want to activate straight away and make them feel like $1 million. Congratulations, you've just done an epic thing. And so there are some really simple things that we can do here. One of them is what I call the hype girl email. Okay, I'm going to show you. So how do we do this? Well, right after they sign up, we send what we call the hype girl email. Now, the hype girl email is like, oh my freaking goodness, I can't believe you just did this. I'm so excited for you. And so it's just confirming, you're in the right place. You've done an amazing thing. And so what we do in this email, it's super scrappy and simple, but it's like, hey, you've just made a really great decision and commitment to get this result. We're super excited to work with you. And then I film like a really short, scrappy video. And you can kind of film it one time, so it's a canned video, but it's just like, oh my goodness, you've done it. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing to work together. And it's just like making them feel like, oh, I've just like, they feel the relief. They feel the sense of like, I am so pumped. This is going to be really, really great. And so I like this to be really natural, organic, simple. And then what I say is, hey, here's what you need to know right now. And I insert a bullet list of exactly what is coming their way. Hey, we've got a kickoff call booked on this date. We've got a contract that we're sending your way, blah, blah, blah. So just like highlight it out. Don't make this a really long essay email. It just wants to be short, snappy, and like to the point, okay? As I said, you can access the swipe file of this. If you click the link in the show notes, you can actually access the Hype Girl email and a few other emails that we've got there too. Once we've activated them, we've confirmed that they've made the right decision. This is the point also, if you send welcome gifts, you want to get that rocking and rolling as well. If you need to set them up in Asana or whatever happens there, of course, you're going to do that in this activate stage, okay? So that happens here. And the big feeling, we want them to feel like they've made the right decision. Phase number 2 is align. And this is the step that I think most creatives miss, and it is the really, really crucial one. So the goal of this align phase is that we set them up with clear expectations. So we want them to align on the expectations of, hey, we're going to deliver this and we're going to need this from you. So how we actually do this is a lot of people go, oh, but it was in my contract. But I'm like, your contract was like a 20-page legal document. They're not actually reading it. So what we want to do is on your kickoff call or your onboarding call, the first like session that you have with them, that's when you're going to set clear expectations. And I like to do it by just literally going, hey, this is what I say. Hey, Brené Brown says clear is kind and she's clever. So I really believe that we should be clear and upfront from the beginning. Is that cool with you? And people are like, oh, of course. I love having clarity. I'm like, yeah, cool. We're going to get along. It's going to be amazing. And then I just go, I'm just going to tell you a list of things that we're going to do. And then I'm going to tell you a list of things I need from you. Is that cool? And they go, yeah, absolutely. And again, this is on Zoom, right? And so I just walk through, okay, we're going to deliver this by this time. We're going to communicate here. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I maybe list off like 5 to 10 things that I'm going to do. And then I'm like, how does that sound to you? And they say, oh, yeah, that sounds really good. Awesome. Are you cool if I talk to you about what I need from you? Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. So what I need from you is I need you to communicate with me on this channel only. I don't do carrier pigeon. I don't do text. I don't do voice note. Like just be really upfront. This is how we communicate. I'm going to need you to show up with this, this, and this, or I'm going to need you to prepare these core assets by this deadline. Is that going to work for you? Yeah, that's going to be great. So we're just laying it out so clearly. I'm going to need this. Does that sound good? Does that sound doable? Yes, that sounds doable. Awesome. Now, if you want to take this a step further, this is what I get my clients to do. We go, cool. You've already signed your contract. Let's assume they've already signed their contract by this point. If they haven't, you can also do that here. But we've kind of got that legal stuff sorted already. But I'm just going to send you this as a commitment doc, just so that the expectations are crystal clear. So I'm going to send it to you right now. And you're just going to let me know when that comes through, and you're just going to quickly sign it online. I've already signed it. I just need you to sign it. So what that does is it does a couple of things. Number one is there's a bit of peer pressure because they got to do it on the call, because you're like, okay, cool. I'm just going to send it to you right now. Let me know when that comes through. And I just like tinker away on something while they do that. And I'm like, cool, I've already signed it. Do you mind just quickly signing it online? And then we're good. And so for them, it's just like, rather than them having homework where you're chasing them up to sign this commitment document, they're just doing it on the call. It's happening like in the moment. They're like, cool. Okay, done. So it kind of gives them momentum. It gives them a sense of like dopamine hit because they're doing on the call. And it just means that you are crystal clear and you know they're committed. Okay. Now, this commitment expectations process is not the same as having a service agreement or contract. So I want to make sure that's really clear. It's just saying, hey, we're going to agree to show up like this. And I think that that's where a lot of our challenges come from, because no one has clarity on exactly how we're supposed to behave in this engagement, right? So that's all we're doing in this expectation setting piece. Really cool. So we've activated them, we've aligned them, and now we're going to amplify. Now, this is all about our future relationship. So once we've kind of set up the success of the relationship, we've onboarded them well, now we're just looking forward and we're going, okay, cool. How am I going to deliver a world-class experience to you? Are there moments where you can surprise and delight? Are there moments where you could send them a gift, where you could do a shout out for them on Instagram? Are there moments where you can really make the service unbelievable for them? Because what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to make sure that we nurture this relationship, we deliver an amazing service so that they stay with us for a long time, or so that they refer friends, or maybe both, okay? So the amplify piece, that can only happen when we've activated them well, when we've aligned them, and when we've like set the clear expectations. Then it means that we can just deliver our magic and show them the goods. So it means that when we've sorted out, okay, cool, in the activate phase, I know that we've made the right decision. I also know that you're set up in our systems. We've got you ready to go. Like we've got all the admin stuff sorted. The align phase is, all right, these are the expectations. These are the goals. This is the mission. This is what we're here to do. And then we can just show up and shine in that amplify stage. So I want you to think about, in this amplify stage, what are your upsell opportunities? What are the moments where they're on a high, where you could ask for a testimonial? What are the moments where you could ask for a referral? What are the moments where you could surprise and delight them? Because when we deliver a beautiful service, that's when we get raving reviews. That's when we get referrals, and all of that good stuff happens there. Okay? So I'm hoping this helps you to kind of lay out these phases: activate, align, amplify. That is how you're going to keep your best clients for a really long time. And that's how you're going to enjoy your business for much longer and eliminate scope creep for good. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And hey, if you're watching this or listening to this and you're like, man, I need these kinds of systems in my life. I need a plan to scale. I need a plan to dial in my systems, to make sure that I've got the right team, to make sure I'm making money, I've got leads, I'm selling well. If you want that, then all you need to do is check out my video, The System, and I'm going to walk you step by step through the 3 core phases that we walk every single one of our creative clients through. This is the system that my clients use to hit 30K, 50K, even 100K months without burning out, without losing their soul in the process. So if you're an ambitious creative, if you know there's more for you and you want to grow and scale and you want more from your business, then I encourage you to watch that video. It's free, and I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it. Alrighty, I'll catch you soon.